Yeah. I mean, when you're thinking about nutrition, right, we make nutrition so complicated. We have good and bad food lists. We stress ourselves out. And I think with nutrition, we really have to go back to the basics of what is a balanced meal for living our best life, right? What needs to be on our plate. And at TSN is what I call it, the Sorority Nutritionist. I'm all about carbs, proteins, and veggies on your plate. Because we make healthy eating so difficult, like I think so often, whether it's we've been told to cut out certain foods or whatever, it can make snack time and also meal time very difficult to understand what you need to be eating. So something that's a really easy tip that I give, whether you're trying to lose weight, maintain your weight, conceive, get pregnant, whatever it could be, anything in between, is thinking about what creates a balanced snack. So when I think of balanced snacking, right, I personally love like a piece of fruit or something like very natural, like nuts. Pairing a carb and a protein together is a really easy way to do this. And this is what I actually teach my clients. So basically what this means is, we have different nutrients in our diet. We have carbs, we have proteins, and we have fats. Those are the three major macronutrients. And basically, when you're trying to make a snack, if you can think about the food that you're eating and what is in it. So like fruit, we know is a carbohydrate. Say we want to pair our apple, our sliced apple with some peanut butter. Peanut butter is a protein. You're going to get a little bit of fat in it as well, but you're able to pair a more well-balanced snack versus, when we think of something like chips, right? Chips are, they have a little bit of all the different macros, but when you think about healthy snacking and like how to build a healthy snack, that's a really easy framework that's going to help you mix and match different options. So maybe it's a hard boiled egg, right? You're getting your protein and your fat in there. And maybe you're pairing that with some crackers or a few veggie straws or sticks or, pretzels with it. And you're constantly kind of making a balanced snack that way, essentially. We can have chips as part of our diet, but when we're trying to improve our health for whatever reason, or, honestly, just to feel our best, right? We never talk about how we feel when we eat certain foods. It's not that we want to put the chips off limits, but you're so right. You're right on the money with it. What your calories are made from is impacting your health, your body, and how you feel. So it's not that we have to say no to the chips. It's thinking about, what are we getting from the foods that maybe we're not seeing in just that caloric content? When we're thinking about chips versus an apple and peanut butter, the apple, we're getting fiber, we're getting vitamins and minerals that are not naturally occurring in the more processed and more refined chips that we're having. With chips, we're not really getting much protein unless you have those Quest protein chips, which are a whole different debate, guys. But, with the peanut butter, we're getting, healthy fats and also fiber even in that. We're getting, antioxidants and a variety of things there. So that's where, when we think about healthy eating, it starts with the education piece. We want to be told what to eat, but real talk, we have to like understand what's actually in our food.
And how significant do you think is meal planning?
I think it's pretty darn important, to be quite honest. So I joke, when you search on like Pinterest, I'm going to call it Pinterest for a second, you search like meal prep or meal planning, right? You see this girl with a amazing little sports bra on sitting in front of like a week's worth of meal prep. And honestly, like, especially if you have kids and a family or even just a significant other, like, holy hot damn, like that becomes very overwhelming thinking about the amount of meal prep there. I almost think it's less about meal prep and more about meal planning. So you have an idea and a strategy around, okay, how many meals are you having a day? What time are you having them at? And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like if you don't have your breakfast at 7 a.m., you're not a failure. Like it has to fit your lifestyle at the end of the day. But planning where you're roughly getting your meals from and having a strategy with it is so important. And honestly, whether or not you're achieving a goal, like it has to happen, in my opinion. We feel pressured that we have to eat one way. And, obviously, as this disclaimer for you guys is you don't have to eat the way that I eat. What's more important is understanding what your body needs and then creating a plan around like how often you need to be eating and, what's going to make you feel your best.
Yeah. Intuitive eating was such a game changer for me because I was always following like some specific diet, something like that's how I grew up. Unfortunately, in my house, it was always like to your point earlier, the good food, the bad food, can't eat that, don't eat that, whatever. And when I became an adult and really realized how damaging that was for me on lots of other levels, doing intuitive eating, like literally was a game changer for me. And now with my kids, it's always like, what does your body tell you that you want?
And
Mhm.
really my mission with what I do as a dietitian and what it's evolved into is just normalizing what real weight loss looks like in women, because we're told all these like super unrealistic things, especially postpartum. It's like, oh, the weight's just going to come off when you breastfeed. Well, for some people it doesn't. For some
Mhm.
people it is so flipping hard. And for other people, they like don't even change anything and they're at their goal weight. So
Totally.
whatever your situation is, you're not alone. I promise you there's someone else out there that feels the same way.